Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. The Tory party conference officially starts tomorrow, but the great and the good start gathering today. They're going to Manchester. And they have several problems. First of all, the mainline train line is undergoing what they're calling routine maintenance, which I suspect has been planned deliberately for this weekend, just to upset the Tories. The unions have done this, haven't they? Whoever it is that's responsible for fixing this said, oh, that's a good weekend, we'll do it that weekend. Yeah. It's all a bit of a gag, isn't it? So a little bit difficult for them to go. And then on top of that, we have Storm Amy. Now, I'm not saying that the unions or the Labour Party have organised Storm Amy, but it is very, very coincidental. It seems as though even the force of nature is against the Tories at the moment. And so Storm Amy blowing in is causing transport disruption as well. There's been trees brought down, there's been roads, there's been trains, it's all sorts of things. And so, again, a lot of people may be a bit hesitant of travelling in the middle of this sort of heavy weather, if you like. So, again, it's going to be slightly disruptive to the Tory party. And another thing that was disruptive, which was only sorted out last night, was what they're actually going to talk about. They had the gist of it. They had a lot of things that they knew they were going to talk about and who was going to be appearing at what events and so forth. But there was a big question about what was going into Lotto's speech. Lotto is the leader of the opposition, Kemi. Now, it's big. They didn't necessarily want to be too controversial on too many subjects, and so they had to have little committees. They had several little committees, but they think they've got it. They're going to be talking about immigration, legal and illegal. They're going to be talking about the ECHR. They're going to be talking about the economy, and they're going to talk about, quote, the problems with raising opposition in the form of reform. Now, of course, immigration, the economy, and so forth, the ECHR, standard fare. You knew that that's all going to be there. That's the sort of thing that you would expect them to talk about. But are they going down the same rabbit hole that Labour did? Are they going to have a Tory conference and all everyone's going to talk about is reform? That's all that happened at the Labour conference. Nobody was talking about Labour. It was all about Nigel Farage this, reform that. Are the Tories going to fall into the same trap? Because basically all they're doing is giving free advertising space to reform. What Labour failed to realise is that they're actually loathed and hated. So every time they were talking about reform, what they were saying is, we're scared of reform because reform are going to change everything we do that 80% of the country hate. Keir Starmer was a brilliant recruiting sergeant for reform. I think Kemi Badenoch, if she doesn't rein it back, may do the same. Because a lot of people are anti-Tory. 14 years of Tory rule, and look where we are. So, yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen, isn't it? They're going to sit there and do their, reform this, reform that, reform something else. And reform's numbers are just going to go through the roof. These people are dumb. They are so dumb. It's going to be a chaotic... I think this is going to be a chaotic leadership challenge. Sorry, a chaotic conference with possible leadership challenges in it. I don't think Kemi is yet secure. And there is a lot of people already within the Tories who want Jenrick to take over now. I don't think Jenrick will. I think Jenrick wants to wait till May and get the terrible, terrible results out in May and then emerge, like a butterfly reaching imago and, look at me, I'm a beautiful butterfly. Instead of what he is now, a larva. He's pupating now, hasn't he? He's not even a larva. He was a larva. He's pupating. He's going to emerge. But it won't be until May. Interesting times, though. Let me know what you think. Thanks very much. We still haven't got to the 100,000. But it's close now. So hit the subscribe. Thanks a lot. Bye.